To the volunteer recognition event. We have a quick announcement from my colleague Irma, and then Mayor Hoy is going to come right up.
Buenas tardes, tenemos interpretación en español. Si alguien necesita ayuda, tenemos aparatos que le podemos prestar. Levanten la mano si necesitan ayuda. We have Spanish translation devices. If anybody needs that assistance, please raise your hand and we'll hand them out. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 2024 City of Salem Volunteer Recognition Event. My name is Mayor Chris Hoy, and this would normally be the place for my staff to write in a joke about Burgerville, but since they're now coming to Salem, my work here is done. So now we're going to move on to Whole Foods. So I've been talking about Burgerville coming to town for a couple of years, and I'm really excited to finally actually have heard my call. So we're gonna have them here soon. Thank you for your laughs and your moans and for indulging. Every year, the City of Salem hosts a celebration to honor the contributions that volunteers and volunteer organizations have made to our community. These volunteers spend thousands of hours in our parks, in our library, at Center 50 Plus. They connect unsheltered individuals with services, pick up garbage, donate bicycles, and light up our lives with music. Some work to keep our vehicles moving, work to support our relays, and clean our waterways. Others inspire us with their acts of kindness towards animals. Some of you are in the room today, and others unfortunately couldn't be here. But your goals and your impact are the same. On behalf of the City of Salem, I share our deep appreciation for the work that you do. Thank you. As this very well could be my last chance as mayor to address a large audience, I would be remiss if I did not take the opportunity for an ask. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" It might sound a lot like JFK's, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." It's no wonder they sound similar. These calls to action came from a time in our history when civil unrest was perhaps at its highest, and it's pretty high now, too. And that is my ask. As our community thrives through the efforts of our volunteers, so does our city government. Volunteering to serve on city council, as mayor, or on a city board or commission is profoundly important, and we need more help. We've all bemoaned the politicians that we see on TV, but to do better than them, we need to show up. Change is made when people show up. If you're sitting next to a volunteer, if you are a volunteer, if you've ever talked about making things better, if you've ever had an idea to make our community stronger, I hope that you'll consider running for local office. It's my belief that the more people are involved in the search for solutions, the easier they will be to acquire. Finally, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank the volunteers on the Revenue Task Force who spent last winter and spring working to identify additional revenue to support city services. This was a monumental lift that required considerable time and energy. And on behalf of all of the City Council, we thank you, and you have our gratitude. Now, it's time to get on with the show. To begin, I'd like to ask Councilor Gwynn to come up and present our first award. Councilor Gwynn.
Good afternoon. It's my honor to be here today and to hand out the first award. I'd like to ask River City Rockstar Academy to come to the stage. The Al Locks Business Government Partnership Award honors a business making a major contribution to a city program or project. Since its founding in 2015, River City has grown from a small grassroots initiative into a thriving music academy and community hub. At the heart of River City's mission is the belief that music can transform lives and bring communities together. This belief drives the academy to invest not only in its students, but also in the broader Salem community. One of River City's most impactful contributions is its leadership with Make Music Salem. Make Music Salem began as a modest effort to celebrate music in the community but under River City's guidance, it has blossomed into a large-scale free event featuring over 270 performances across more than 50 venues. The event spans every genre and style, providing a platform for musicians of all ages, backgrounds, and abilities to share their talents. River City also contributes to local schools, provides scholarships to disadvantaged students, and donates instruments to those in need, ensuring that music education is accessible to all. Through its unwavering commitment to the Salem community, River City Rockstar Academy has proven to be much more than a music school. It is a pillar of the community, fostering creativity, connection, and cultural enrichment. Thank you so much. Next, I'd like to honor Larry Eshelman, who had a prior commitment and couldn't be here today. In fact, when we contacted Larry about his award, his response was, "I volunteer to help the awesome police officers, not for awards or recognition." What a guy. The At Your Service Award recognizes an individual, group, or project nominated by a City of Salem department or division. Larry has been a part of the Salem Police Department's squad car maintenance team since July of 2022. Since that time, he has contributed over 400 hours to the program. Larry started by volunteering only a few hours a week, but after seeing the amount of need the department had, he started coming in 2 days a week and began recruiting additional volunteers. Larry is extremely devoted to the Salem Police Department and wants to do whatever he can to assist our officers. If there is a need, he is the first to raise his hand and offer help. We are lucky to have Larry as a volunteer with the Salem Police Department. Thank you. And Counselor Gonzalez will present the next award.
Good afternoon. I'd like to ask Laura Crowfoot to come up. The Lisa Letney Award honors a person who volunteers to serve Salem's unsheltered people and others at risk of becoming unsheltered. Laura has spent the greater part of her life helping those in need. She is the executive director of Helping Hands Resources and works countless hours ensuring those who access this resource feel welcome, seen, and cared for. When she is not at Helping Hands, you'll find her driving around Greater Marion and Polk counties picking up donations and delivering them to other groups to serve those in need, or dispersing them herself. She is quick with a smile and makes everyone she meets feel important. Laura is an incredible asset to our community, and those living in our streets adore Laura. Please join me in thanking Laura for her work.
I love you more.
Councilor Norlack will present the next award.
All right, folks, I'd like to ask Carly Wright, paging Carly Wright to the stage. The Outstanding City Advisory Group Volunteer Award recognizes an individual serving on a board, commission, committee, or other council advisory group. Carly Wright might only think of herself as an instigator with a grand love for Salem and fashionable shoes, as it says on her website. What's your website, darling? PressPlaySalem.com, folks. But she is also serving her second term on the Cultural Tourism and Promotion Advisory Board. She has been actively involved with many local organizations, helping them with her marketing expertise and in networking. Her friendly demeanor and her online web presence is a wonderful gift to anyone coming to Salem. Press Play Salem showcases Salem's best coffee, ramen, brunch, and even the best zero-proof cocktails in Salem. You can find information on art shows, plays, concerts, and more. Carly Wright and Press Play Salem are a boon to our community, and we thank you for your contribution to the city. Please join me in a round of applause once more for Carly Wright and Press Play Salem. All right, now I'd like to ask the folks from the Fairmont Emergency Readiness Team to join me on stage. The Outstanding Neighbor Award honors a neighbor or neighborhood group that has set an example or performed a project to benefit a specific neighborhood or area. The Fairmont Emergency Readiness Team, or FERT, serving the Fairmont Hill area within the larger SCAN neighborhood, grew out of neighborhood interest in being better prepared for the unexpected after our region endured wildfires and smoke, a heat dome, and 8 days without power. Okay, in my neighborhood, it was closer to 14 days without power due to a massive ice storm. Following an afternoon meetup of information sharing, demonstrations, and networking, a neighborhood team led by co-leaders Paul Howard and Katya Meyer resolved to share information more widely, provide training on emergency readiness, such as radio use, generators, water supplies, and more, and distribute information on emergency planning to the neighbors on a monthly basis. That interaction helped neighbors build relationships and resulted in 3 annual readiness fairs presented over the past few years. Roughly 60 to 80 neighbors of all ages came to learn and understand what readiness really means. Kids played emergency-themed games, adults learned all about 2-bucket toilets, oh, so important, and local businesses donated emergency supplies for a raffle. This spring, at the FERT's request, the City of Salem located a 4x8x8 shipping container at Fairmont Park to be used as a cache for key emergency supplies to help our neighborhood get through the next challenge. Helping to prepare our community against disaster is a noble endeavor, and the FERT team has our appreciation. Please join me in thanking the FERT team. And Julie Hoy will present the next award.
Hold up your sign, Paul.
Good afternoon. Today it's my privilege to ask Bob James Calloway to come to the stage. The At Your Service Award recognizes an individual, group, or project nominated by a city, Salem department, or division. The City of Salem and its residents take great pride in the Salem Library, and the volunteers that navigate its bookshelves are amongst the most needed that we have. Our city librarian had this to say, quote, "Bob is a delightful volunteer whose work makes a positive impact in our Tuesday workflow. I can always count on seeing Bob pulling books from a holds alert list to send off to other libraries. No matter how many pages the list is, he likes to get it completed because he loves the work that he does and he loves helping the library staff. He has a strong work ethic and radiates positive energy. My favorite attribute is that he's genuinely kind and polite. Every interaction I have with him brightens my day. We're very lucky to have such a dedicated and wonderful volunteer. Bob, thank you for fighting for the library. We need you now more than ever." Did you turn the page? Oh, here it is. Councilor Nishioka will present the next award.
Thank you. Will Celeste, Leah, Nagay please step to the stage? The Outstanding Neighbor Award honors a neighbor or neighborhood group that has set an example or performed a project to benefit a specific neighborhood or area. Her nomination says in 2015, Celeste joined the Cessna board and quickly became invaluable as the go-to person for details about home improvement projects in their neighborhood. Each year, we award several homeowners or businesses with beautification awards, thanks to Celeste. We have detailed records of homes in progress that include before and after pictures. She creates a large display of photos for the annual meeting each year, and then they present awards. Next year will mark her 10th year as she has been the backbone of this project. She cares about Cessna and helps us honor those who improve their homes and businesses. And I have had the pleasure, I'm going to go off script for a moment, I have had the pleasure of being the counselor for Cessna, and I have been impressed over and over again with how they keep track of the project and then make awards to the individuals, and it's been always so much fun to see. Now it's my privilege to ask Brian Sund to come to the stage. Thanks, Brian. The Mayor's Merit Award is presented to a recipient for special projects or activities undertaken for the good of the community. Brian has been involved with United Way, the Awesome 3000, Marion County Solid Waste Management and Green Team, the Oregon Half Ironman, the former Kaiser Education Foundation, Young Life, Capernaum, and in providing landscaping and gravestone care at the Pioneer Cemetery. He also contributes to park maintenance at Bush Park, participates in Salem Leadership, participates in Polar Plunge, and serves on the South Central Neighborhood Association in various roles, and there have been many. Brian's constant dedication and drive to make a difference have benefited numerous individuals and organizations. We sincerely appreciate his tireless efforts and his significant impact on every project he tackles. Brian's passion truly embodies the spirit of volunteerism and community service. Please join me in thanking him for his work. Now I'd like to invite Councillor Varney to the podium.
Good afternoon. Today, it's my pleasure and my honor to ask the organizing committee for Make Music Salem to please come to the stage. The Salem Spirit Award recognizes those individuals or groups that are constantly promoting Salem and are frequently behind efforts to improve the city. Make Music Salem is a project that has grown to become one of the most cherished and impactful cultural events in Salem. Launched in 2016, this annual free event has captured the hearts of the community by transforming the entire city into a vibrant stage for musicians of all ages and genres. Make Music Salem is more than just a music festival. It is a celebration of the city's rich and diverse cultural fabric, bringing together people from all walks of life in a joyful, communal experience. The roots of Make Music Salem are deeply tied to the community's desire for inclusivity and accessibility in the arts. From its inception, the project was designed to be open to everyone, regardless of age, background, or musical experience. As you heard earlier, this inclusive spirit has allowed the event to grow exponentially, with over 270 performances spread across more than 50 venues in recent years. Always taking place on June 21st to celebrate the summer solstice, the festival showcases a wide array of musical genres, from classical to jazz, rock, folk, country, Latin, and hip hop, reflecting the diverse tastes and talents of the Salem community. The success of Make Music Salem is a testament to the hard work and dedication of the volunteers and organizers who pour their hearts into making the event a reality each year. The project is entirely volunteer and community-driven, relying on the collective efforts of local musicians, business owners, and residents who are passionate about bringing music to every corner of our city. These volunteers work tirelessly, often months in advance, to coordinate the logistics, secure venues, secure donations and sponsorships, and promote the event to ensure that it is accessible and free to all. Make Music Salem is not just a project. It is a powerful force for community building, cultural exchange, and joy. The impact it has had on Salem is immeasurable, making it a deserving recipient of the Distinguished Project Award. Thank you very much. The Vern Miller Award is presented in recognition of an individual's outstanding long-term service to the city. This award goes to Linda Beerley, who unfortunately could not be here with us today. Linda Beerley has worked in multiple capacities over many years to serve Salem and its natural environment. She's worked as the Parks Chair for the West Salem Neighborhood Association. In fact, when I first started with the Neighborhood Association in West Salem, she was the one that mentored me, walked me through the SPIF grants, the Parks Foundation grants, and that was over a decade ago. Additionally, in 2023, she spearheaded the street mural project for the West Salem Neighborhood Association. She is also a founding member of the Glen Gibson Watershed Council. She has served as the Ward 8 interim city councilor. She has served on the Parks Foundation, Salem Parks Foundation, for multiple years. Linda has also held volunteer roles on the Salem Parks and Recreation Advisory Board, Willamette River Crossing Capacity Task Force, Edgewater Wallace Road Working Group, West Salem Plan Steering Committee, Landslide Hazard Advisory Committee, Tree Preservation Ordinance Task Force, and at a Marion Polk Food Share food distribution site. Please join me in thanking Linda for her support. Councilor Gonzalez will present the next award. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It's my privilege to ask Delia Olmos Garcia to please come to the stage. The Mayor's Youth Achievement Award is presented to a youth or youth group involved in a volunteer project benefiting the city. Delia Olmos Garcia, Executive Director of the Willamette Academy, makes meaningful contributions toward a youth volunteer effort this year. This effort brought Spanish-speaking youth voices into an important communications research project. The project was in partnership with the University of Oregon Sustainable Cities program, titled The Digital Divide and the Future of Civic Engagement. Students co-created a survey and hosted listening sessions. The survey was focused on the underrepresented Spanish-speaking community and youth community. Delia was fully invested in the partnership to help bring Spanish-speaking voices into the dialogue. She led a workshop to help make this objective a reality. University of Oregon students conducted an interactive session with the students of Willamette Academy to delve deeper into their ideas of media literacy and the information ecosystem. The team dispersed to occupy different tables, engaging with students to facilitate conversations and promote inclusivity. Delia not only encouraged the work among Willamette Academy students, but also supported the peer-to-peer component of Spanish-speaking youth engaging Spanish-speaking peers in the Salem area throughout this project. Thank you, Delia, for your commitment to inclusivity and to our youth. Muchísimas gracias. I'd like to invite Councilor Stapleton to present the next award.
Hello and good afternoon. It is my pleasure to kindly ask the folks from Canine Corps to join me on stage.
It's totally fine.
Yes, I know.
Congratulations and thank you. Hello, congratulations and thank you. Yes, good to see you.
All right, this Distinguished Project Award honors an entire group of volunteers who have worked together on a significant project. As you all know, Oregonians place a high value on our four-legged friends. According to thebringfido.com, Oregon ranks third in the nation for our dog friendliness. I had no idea. This is fantastic news. And groups like this help us achieve this distinguished ranking. Canine Corps volunteers visit residents, living in community care and nursing facilities, and make outdoor visits to older adults living at home alone. They visit in small groups and one-on-one, offering laughter, petting, shaggy dog stories, and more. In 2023 and 24, 15 dog teams contributed to more than 200 volunteer hours and touched the lives of over 1,000 seniors living in our area. The Canine Corps serves as a vital outreach of to the city's Center 50 Plus by softening the effects of isolation and loneliness amidst our senior population. With each visit, they bring joy and make smiles. They reduce stress, provide emotional support, and increase the well-being of all they serve. We are lucky to have you all. Thank you so much. Right now it is time for the Richard Sawyer Public Works Employee Award, which honors public works employees whose efforts best exemplify the fine work of our former Public Works crew leader, Richard Sawyer, who passed away in January 2020. Would the well-deserving Luke Westfall please come to the stage? Luke's employment with the city began in the early 2000s when he spent several summers on the stream crew while he was a student at Willamette University. After graduating, he went on to become the director of Yamhill Watershed Council for 10 years, and then returned to the city of Salem in April 2022 in his current role as the city's urban streamside program coordinator. Luke embodies customer service in every aspect of his job, whether it is working directly with the public or with his coworkers. From the moment you meet Luke, you can tell he is customer service orientated. Luke provides a warm and welcoming conversational tone when communicating with people, and he listens carefully when engaging with people. He is genuinely interested in the issues people have and exploring ways to find solutions to those issues, and he adapts to diffusing tense situations with his kind demeanor. Luke is always well prepared for his site visits and brings along information and resources to share with the homeowners on what they can do and what is prohibited. If he does not know an answer, he contacts staff and seeks the answer or looks at the appropriate authority outside of the organization before providing feedback to the property owner. Here is feedback from one happy resident. Quote, "Hi, I just wanted to let someone know that Luke did a wonderful job when he came out to our house to help us assess a concern we had about our backyard that is right on Mill Creek. He communicated professionally by email to set up an appointment and was very flexible with days and times, as I had to take my lunch hour to come and meet with him. He was prompt, friendly, enthusiastic, and helpful. He gave us written materials also and educated us on the hard versus soft banks. I really appreciated his work. He is a great representative of the city." One of the more challenging aspects of Luke's position is to respond to customers who have requested service due to eroding stream banks. Luke is timely with his site visits and follow-up activities. He is open-minded when talking to homeowners and listens to their concerns to help formulate an approach to the problem that would be mutually beneficial to the owner and the city, that suits the customer's need as best as possible and operates within the city's guidelines. These can be difficult conversations, but Luke is always gracious and genuine with his intentions and interactions. Luke, you exemplify our city's motto of being at your service. Thank you for all that you do. All right, we are moving on to Mayor Hoy, who will present the next award.
It is my pleasure to ask the members of the Salem Kawagoe Sister City Organization to please come to the stage. The Mayor's Merit Award is presented to a recipient for special projects or activities undertaken for the good of the community. A little over 50 years ago, Willamette University and the Tokyo International University in Japan started a relationship as sister universities and began hosting students from each other's countries. It took a while for the city to catch up, but finally in 1986, the city of Salem followed suit and began a sister city relationship with the city of Kawagoe, Japan. Some of you may be aware, but before graduating from Willamette in 1987, go Bearcats, I lived at the Willamette International Studies House that housed many of the international students, and I have wonderful, vivid memories of making friends with students from Japan, including one roommate I had for one semester. After more than 50 years, it's impossible to calculate the reach that these relationships have had, the friends that have been made, and the lives that these organizations have touched. Numerous students have had the opportunity to build friendships, learn about our different cultures, and to realize the importance of inclusion, pluralism, and diversity. I would like to thank Mayor Yoshiaka Kawai for his partnership in this matter, and I'd like to ask you all to join me in thanking the Salem Kawagoe Sister City Organization for supporting this program. This relationship would not thrive without the efforts of our Sister City volunteers. She'll be right back. She's coming. She'll be there in just a second. Now I'd like to invite Brian Hart to the stage. Congratulations. The Salem Spirit Award recognizes those individuals or groups that are constantly promoting Salem and frequently behind efforts to improve the city. Brian was nominated because of his extensive and impactful volunteer work in our community and for his dedication and passion for improving Salem. He is currently a board member of the Salem Public Arts Commission, KMUZ Community Radio, and the South Central Association of Neighbors. He serves as the chair for the Moxie Initiative that aims to inspire people to embrace their unique and creative individuality while helping create a whole connected community. He is an active participant in various community events, including the Salem Street Painting Program and Make Music Salem. In the past, he's contributed significantly to the Salem Sunday Streets events, the Salem Progressive Film Series, the Cherry City Roller Derby Board, Sundance Film Festival, Allied Video, and has hosted podcasts and content on CC Media. Brian Hart's volunteerism has profoundly impacted Salem, enhancing our community's cultural, social, and environmental landscape. His leadership, creativity, and tireless efforts inspire those around him. We are incredibly fortunate to have Brian as a dedicated volunteer. Thank you. So that is the last of the advertised awards. But believe it or not, being mayor doesn't come with many perks. I don't get to park wherever I want. I don't get a discount on my water or my garbage rates, and I don't get to drive the fire trucks. Chief, can you do something about that? I'd like to. Thank you. But I do get to do this. I get to honor somebody. Oh, sorry, I'm going to get emotional for a second. I get to honor somebody who has had a significant impact on my time as mayor and on the community and the city. So Gretchen, would you please come up here? Come here. Your family's here too. You gotta come over. She just spotted her family come in right before I announced it, and she was trying to figure out why her family was suddenly in the back of the room. She's like, "What are you doing here?" Yeah. Gretchen Bennett started working for the city in 2013 as a management analyst 2 in the city manager's office. Now, I don't know exactly what that means, but I do know that 2013 is what we now refer to as the good old days. Pre-pandemic, pre-Trump, pre-homelessness, before our algae bloom, our ice storm, and our heat dome. Hey, wait a second, all this happened while you were at the city. Well, we don't blame you for any of that. We'll just note the coincidence for the record. Fast forward a few years, and in 2017, Gretchen became our homelessness liaison and human rights and federal compliance manager. Possibly the toughest job in the city. I mean that. Gretchen not only leads our efforts in our response to homelessness, but she's at council meetings, town halls, at the Human Rights Commission, and at the Police Review Board. She is constantly consoling upset residents, confused residents, and those trying to access critical mental health and addiction services they need. She works with the counties, the state, the nonprofits, helping our underserved, and I did not read this part of the speech, and Tammy, who's a person, I did not authorize that in this language, Tammy. I just want you to know that. Tammy's an executive assistant in the mayor and city manager's office. That's funny. The other executive assistant wrote that into the script. Unbeknownst to me. That was well played. Well played. When someone calls about trash piling up, they get Gretchen. When someone unhoused or facing mental health challenges walks into the office, they get Gretchen. When ADA access to sidewalks is being impeded, we send Gretchen. The navigation center, micro-shelters, RV camping, unhoused people under an overpass or in a park and a ride, Gretchen, Gretchen, Gretchen. Don't worry, it's not like saying Beetlejuice 3 times. I believe that in each of us is a light, a guide of consciousness that steers us toward each other and brings out the best in us. In some people, that light is visible and it inspires us to be better versions of ourselves. In some people, that light shines. Gretchen, your light shines. It is the brightest light I have seen in my 7+ years at the city. Every day, at every event, you shine. You inspire us, you comfort us, and you calm us with your light. You embody what public service is all about. It is my absolute privilege to honor you with the Mayor's Merit Award. Please join me in honoring Gretchen and her shining star. Because she's the coordinator of this event, that took some doing to pull that off without her knowing. We had to sneak the script in at the last second after she had already looked at it. We had to bring it up here onto the stage. We had to hide her little plaque. Her family has been outside the room there, and I was getting text messages saying, "Slow down, they're not here yet, they're not here yet." And then all of a sudden, they're here. I'm like, okay, good. Anyway, thank you all. We have reached the end of our event. Let's give all of our amazing volunteers one more round of applause. Sincerely, I want to thank you all for all that you do for our city and making it a better place. I hope that you'll join us again next year. Thank you.